For the first time in 6 months, Washington has proposed a face to face negotiation between Ukraine and Russia. And it could be happening soon. This is what Zelensky said earlier today, in which these talks could include Ukraine, the United States, and Russia, with European leaders possibly present. This all comes as a Russian representative is currently inside of Miami to speak with the U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. And since Ukrainian teams are already here in the United States, they've been in Washington, D.C. for quite some time, the Trump administration came up with the idea of look, Ukraine came up with all these points. We all kind of agreed on this. We have to hand it to Russia anyway. Why don't we just give it to Russia and then have Ukrainians come down and we discuss? U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the United States will not force Ukraine into any deal and that there is no peace agreement without Ukraine's consent whatsoever. Obviously, this needs to be said because that other 28-point plan was kind of pushed onto Ukraine with no input from Ukraine. This all comes, by the way, after we saw Putin have that 4-hour plus meeting yesterday, press conference, where he did spew out a lot of things, but essentially said there would be no compromises from the Russian side, and that everything that he said a year ago is what Russia wants, which made a lot of people say, well, this meeting in Miami kind of seems like not really needed, right? Since Putin already said he's not willing to change. But with Europe, Ukraine, together with the United States and Russia there, things could change. You never know. That end of December deadline that I was saying for months could still be a thing. Bottom line is this meeting could honestly shape what happens in the next phase, because if Russia does not negotiate, the United States already said to Russia, we will be doing more sanctions and other things against you.